Hey, it's April the 20th, 2022. This is Captain C, Young Owens Mooney. And I just wanted to share about some thumping and some stroking and about some hair twirling and hair movement and feeling nagas upon you. Nagas begging you to do something. Or feeling thumping on your deltoids or naggers on the back seat, on your triceps. Do you feel this one? I feel like this energy, it feels like something just like trying to pluck on me and say, hey. That's a nagger. That's what I call a nagger. That feeling, that on my triceps, on my triceps. I feel it on my triceps. And then on my deltoids, what I feel is a data boy, like a tap. I feel that on my deltoids, data boy, tap. I feel my deltoids. I feel I feel like that too on both my deltoids. And I believe the more obvious sensations that I feel are the unilateral sensation experiences that are with no one but myself in the air. That's all. And with no clothing on those appendages or that part of my body. That's where I feel those. And that's why I wear long sleeves. That's why a lot of nurses want to wear long sleeves at night, or a lot of people that work in hospitals, they want to wear long sleeves at night intuitively because you don't want to feel any extra chills. It's true. You thought it was a chill on night shift. No, not all the time. Your body knows how to digest food. You're not shunting that much blood from your GI tract or from your peripheral vasculature to your GI tract, to your doo-doo tract. You're not. Your body knows how to do that. Your body knows how to digest while you walk. You feel cold after you eat because you're getting visited by something, or you feel cold in the hallway because something's visiting you. I've been feeling stuff on me since I was like a little kid in Florida. So I don't know what you expect this to escalate to. I mean, I've been feeling... the first time I told my mother something, I guess, weird was when I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. I can't remember. I remember telling her I had a dream about me watching one of her siblings, one of her brothers, cut his toenails in an open second-story patio window area with a railing. He was sitting on this railing, but it was also framing a window, a paneless window, a glass pane, not there type of window. It was an architecture of Korea. It's a very old building that I have in my mind. And my mom, I described to her what was going on, that this man was sitting there and just really casually clipping his toenails. And it was so dangerous because he was up high. And I knew, even as a little toddler person in my dream, this actually happened in real life, that it was dangerous and I felt fear. And that's probably why I dreamt about it even years later. And I talked to my mother about it, and my daddy, and my mom confirmed that, yeah, that was something that had happened, that I shared the memory with her, and she told me that was something that would happen. Yeah, that's where he would cut his toenails. That way he wouldn't have toenail debris all in the house, or, where I was toddling around, or they're trying to eat food. It's just not sanitary. So that was the norm. Dangerous. And that was the norm. And at least he was able to keep me from getting myself into trouble, trying to see what he was doing. I had no wanting to go near him. And I guess the second kind of weird thing would be, because that's a very deep memory, something from toddlerhood. And then the other memory would be having what I believe was my mom's dad visit me. I would sleep in my mommy and my daddy's bed when my daddy was not home because he worked for the United States Army. And I remember going to bed one night and feeling somebody move my hair like I was a little person, you know, maybe 5 or 6 years old, I can't remember. And I remember laying down in my parents' bed, and I loved their bed because it had a good smell, laundry smell, even though he was never there. And I was by myself all the time as a kid. My mom was sad. You know, my mom was sad. She was sad. It was impossible for her to, she had a very difficult time. And I'm very grateful for all the sacrifices that she was able to withstand, all the moments in life that she didn't relax. Everybody else is at home chilling, not my mom and my dad. They're training me like we're in a North Korean simulation. My mommy and my daddy trained me like I was in North Korea. You can't make me uncomfortable. No, my daddy was Franklin Douglas Owens. You don't know what you're doing. And I'm a woman, so if you're a man, you don't know what uncomfortable is. I'm a single mom. Hey, you don't know what uncomfortable is, man. And I hope you guys are aware of that by now. And if not, and you still believe that it's just so hard on this planet, it's because you decided to have a hard existence. That's all. I just don't take things personally. When things don't go well, I just refuse to acknowledge those memories as dear and heartfelt memories. Doing that would negate my ability to be in the present moment. So I take whatever set of memories associated with the person that I find offensive, and I just say, you know what, that person was not in the same storyline as you, so disregard, and that's it. And that takes away any wanting to do anything bad, because when you realize, oh, they weren't having the same, they were doing their own thing. Okay. Well, that's too bad, because I don't have anything genuine to really, there's no real memories of anything except for, you know, the bad experiences, the letdown, the constant being let down, being stood up by Dustin Jeffrey lines that is like, oh, no, that negates everything that might have been fun, or what might have been keeping me there, or seeking his company, and not just physical. And that's why I'm fine now, because when you realize the other person wasn't being genuine, or they're not in the same brain space as you, they don't look at life the same as you, it's easy to not care, because I'm not putting myself in his system of value or his system of non-value. I'm sticking to my own system of value and non-value. And my focus is totally different in life than most likely what any other person's focus is going to be anyway. But by default, for him being a man, I'm going to have a different focus in life than someone like him. So, because I can't get away with all the stuff that a white man in America with blue eyes can get away with, because I'm a female, and that's why. And that's why Dustin Jeffrey Lyons is a big old crybaby, and that's why I don't feel sorry for anybody, especially myself. I mean, I found out he was married after we had sex, and that was a little bit late to tell somebody like me, or to tell anybody. And no, I did not believe it was my responsibility to end everything, because that's not my marriage. That's why. And no, I don't feel more catastrophically hurt or damaged. I feel better every day. Every time someone hurts your feelings by lying to you, and anytime there's sex and stuff involved, it feels horrible. And as you get older, you know, you really just learn to be quiet, and just to quietly issue death edicts to the universe and have them implemented. You no longer seek to convey what's going on, because when you realize that, oh, everybody's just pretending to behave a certain way for another outcome than what I had intended, and the reasons why I was behaving the way I was behaving, well, at that point, it's almost like embarrassing for the person that lied to be existing on the planet, because they're just a big baby now. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's really important to not coddle people, but it's also important to not gloat. And I did just talk about it because I haven't said anything. I've just been behaving just terribly not myself. And this is the best I have for what I have left of myself after that experience with Dustin Jeffrey Lyons. And that's why I'm sharing, because it's important for people to have a frame of reference for any behavior, a caption. And if I'm giving you a picture, well, then my caption or frame of reference is going to be verbal. And if I'm giving you a verbal monologue, then my frame of reference is going to be some type of metaphor or example. That way we have some compare and contrast, and there's a point to what I'm saying, or at least for myself, because I'm all I have. So as long as there's a point for myself, that's good, because I want to make sense to myself. And I recognize that when I'm anxious, it's because I have stuff on my mind. I've already known this stuff. I'm 48 years old. I'm just going through the mandatory motions for existing on the planet with a bunch of other people that obviously don't know better. And so this is your time to do whatever it is you're supposed to do. I'm just taking notes so I know who to kill. I can thoroughly annihilate every set of negative character traits on the planet. That's what I'm doing. On the individual level, and in the most direct way possible. I'll never steal anybody's life away from them, no. I'll just present you with reality, and then your brain will be forced to acknowledge, and then you will check yourself, and you will self-extinguish, or you will self-correct. It's that simple. Call it whatever you want. It's science. Even when it's voodoo, and even when it's magic, even when it's spell casting, even when it's witchery, even when it's fairy tale magicking, even when it's limericking, even when it's being poetic, even when it's waxing, even when it's waning. As soon as the moon will shine, as long as the moon will be, as long as the sun will shine, as long as the sun shall be. You'll see that these things follow a certain rhythm, and the more you catch on to, oh, it's like that, okay, you'll know better than to fall for anybody's caca and poppycock too deeply. You know, the thing is that when you live genuinely, you will fall hard. Yeah, you'll get your heart broken. It sucks. No, you won't be safe in your heart zone when you live genuinely. You'll probably be safe in other areas of your life, but just not your heart, because that's where people will abuse you and exploit you. But they'll genuinely want to do business with you if you can show that you're able to perform for them a service or whatever. If they can take your money for something that they agree is like, okay, you're paying me enough money to do this shit for you that I would never do for myself. So I fixed my washer last year. I had to replace the drain pump. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I needed clean clothes, that's why. We all did. I had some really horrible times. I did not enjoy seeing just how much my children did not care about me. And I'm sure they didn't like seeing how much I didn't care about them either. So it was a good learning experience for all of us, and that's why we just stay away from each other now as much as possible, because that was traumatic. All that learning was traumatic. We don't need to do all that learning anymore. That was a lot of traumatic learning. We don't need to do all that traumatic learning anymore in the world. Not in my house. No, thank you. I feel better now. I'm excited. I got an appointment tomorrow. I'm ready. I mean, I just don't see anything else to focus on. There's nothing to dream about. If I focus on any memories with any person, it all gets turned to emo zone real quick, because there's some discrepancy between, well, they're not here now, and I wish they really were, so fuck it. Now I just can't acknowledge you exist. They're dying. It's easier that way. I just recommend that married people don't reach out to people that are looking to get married. That's all. Thank you. Carry on. Goodbye.